When I started teaching A-level photography in a school, one of my students turned up with this, the Canon G9. I've got to admit I was a little bit sniffy about it because I thought, how can you do A-level photography unless you have a proper camera? She completely changed my mind about this camera, so much so that when we went to Orkney a few years ago, I bought one as a carry-around camera. I actually spent most of the time using the Canon G9 rather than my rather large Nikon, and this really quickly became one of my favourite cameras, and in fact this is my favourite compact camera of all time. This is a 12 megapixel camera, and it shares a lot of the features you would see on some more expensive and certainly larger cameras. It has a fully manual mode, aperture priority, shutter priority, fully programmed. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to put it on green. It has certain scene modes. It allows stitching of images together to make larger images, and you can film with it. The ISO range runs from 80 through to 1600 plus high, or you can just put it on automatic and it will sort out the aperture for you. Aperture, shutters, ISO, what am I talking about? On the back we have quite a large screen. It's not articulated like the G5, but it's certainly quite nice. We have the now traditional wheel to scroll through, which is one of the few functions of Canon cameras which I really like. We have a 6x optical zoom, which is really quite nice. I think you can pick these up for about £40 now. And for £40 this is a really nice camera. It's got a bit of heft to it. It's not heavy, but it feels solid. It is extremely capable. It will take a few knocks and bangs along the way, and it will produce excellent images. So instead of going through the features in any more depth, I thought basically I'd just show you some pictures that I took up in Scotland. A bit egotistic, but after all, that's what photographers do. So just enjoy the beautiful images that this camera can take. One last point on this one is that this one has had an accident. The SD card that fits in here no longer works. There's been some damage to the contacts at the back, so this now is an X camera, which makes me quite sad, but I know I can pick one up fairly cheaply if I feel the need to replace it. At the moment I don't, because I've got plenty of other cameras, but it's on my lookout list. If I see one at the right price, in a good condition, then I will snap it up, and I would recommend this camera to anyone. Doesn't matter if you're an expert in photography or you're just getting started, this camera will produce great images for you.